And right now, President Donald Trump is in Qatar. His second stop on a tour of the Middle East comes hours after meeting with the Syrian president, who he praised as, quote, very good and an attractive leader. Joining me now is Scripps News White House correspondent Haley Bull. Haley, you've been following the president as he continues his trip overseas. We mentioned he's in Qatar right now. I think he just spoke. Any news out of that?
Yeah, certainly news. President Trump making a request to the Qataris during remarks at the state dinner for help with Iran, as at the same time he urged Iran to make a decision. Of course, the United States has been holding talks with the nation in efforts to prevent them from obtaining a nuclear weapon. And during his trip writ large this week, Trump has underscoring the priority placed on the Middle East. Trump is sought to contrast Gulf nations with Iran and its proxies. Now, while Trump earlier declined to commit whether he would pursue secondary additional sanctions against Iran, during remarks just in the past hour, Trump laid out two courses for Iran. Trump noted one is what he called a violent course, but also said he hoped they could avoid a more harsh road. Listen.
And I hope you can help me with the Iran situation, because it's a perilous situation. And we want to do the right thing. We want to do something that's going to save maybe millions of lives. Because things like that get started and they get out of control.
And Andrew, as you know, the Qataris have been a key mediating partner for the United States in the Middle East. The Qataris, in their remarks, urging Trump to use the United States leverage to end the war between Israel and Hamas in Gaza. This meeting today, of course, the latest in a string of significant meetings during his trip to the Middle East. Earlier today, Trump, as you mentioned, meeting for the first time with Syria's interim president, Hamad after announcing that he would lift sanctions on Syria. Trump praised the previous al-Qaeda-linked insurgency leader as a, quote, good, young, attractive guy. Additionally, during the meetings, Trump announced new economic and defense agreements reached with the Qataris, including a purchase between Boeing and Qatar Air.
So already plenty of news from this trip, but when this is actually a live look, I'm not sure if that state dinner is wrapping up and he's leaving, but there's no doubt the pomp and circumstance of seeing a U.S. president in the Middle East has been on full display. We know the president does generally enjoy these types of events. Absolutely. Looking ahead, Haley, we know he's going to be at the UAE tomorrow, but there's something else happening on the sidelines in Turkey, which he's kind of teased that maybe he'll show up to. What do we know about that?
He's left the door open for whether he'll attend key talks in Turkey on the war between Ukraine and Russia. So as he is leaving the state dinner, you see happening right there, appearing to receive a gift from the Qataris. Looks like a soccer ball, perhaps. He heads to the UAE, but in the backdrop, the big question is whether he will divert his trip to Turkey. Trump today telling reporters that he thought Russian President Vladimir Putin would like to see him there. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky saying he is waiting to see who from Russia attends to decide its next steps, but noted Trump's attendance could, quote, become the strongest argument. Now, this week, Russian officials have indicated that they are preparing for talks, but have not offered specifics on attendance. Trump has offered this on what happens if Putin does not attend. Listen.
Well, I don't know if he's showing up. I know he would like me to be there. And that's a possibility. If we could end the war, I'd be thinking about that. Now, tomorrow, we're all booked out. You understand that? We're all set.
But you'd go if he goes?
I'd go UAE tomorrow. And so we have a very full situation. Now, that doesn't mean I wouldn't do it to save a lot of lives and come back. But, yeah, I think they're thinking about something. I don't know that he would be there if I'm not there. We're going to find out. Parker's going, and Parker's been very effective.
And Secretary Rubio already arrived in Turkey, Andrew, this afternoon. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and Keith Kellogg expected to take part, but there you see on your screens the gift giving is continuing. Of course, Qatar, the site of that key soccer match between with France last year, in which Messi won. So big big deal over there.
Yeah, and that looks like a soccer ball. Not quite the luxury airplane that has drawn so many headlines over the past few days. We're going to continue to keep an eye on this. It looks like the president's speaking. I'm not sure if we have audio, but it has to be pretty late over there as this state dinner wraps up. So we're going to continue to monitor that. Haley Bull, thank you, on set with me, our White House correspondent.